Hello there everyone and welcome back to another episode of DML. So currently on level 6, I've already opened 2 chests on this level, this one here and the one in the bottom right. And so we're very close to opening our 3rd chest, which is going to leave another 3 to go on this level. And we do have 4 days and 4 hours left in the event. But just for anyone curious, I sort of wanted to go through the tile costs for this final level, because I've been talking about just how expensive it is, but I don't think some people really understand, because I still have some people on level 4 saying, hey, I'm going to finish this event, this really isn't difficult at all. So, yeah. To start off with, we do have this Room 6 image that was posted on the DML wiki, and I believe this was posted on a couple of Facebook pages as well, but basically, if you can see it properly, it is a little bit blurry when we're zoomed in, but this gives us the tile costs for every single level, including the boss fights, and, you know, if you have to skip the fights and whatever. But this doesn't give us the full tile costs overall, but we do have someone else that has created like a little image here where it basically has, again, all of the costs, but it also has the grand total based on whether you're skipping fights, going around, or fighting. And again, this is probably super difficult for you to see just because, you know, the image is like kind of small in terms of like its quality setting, but that's alright. But the skipping fights one, apparently the grand total cost is 57,000 event currency, if you can see that there. Going around is 46,800, and if you can do the fights using metal element, it is 32,700 event currency. And you're probably like, well, that sounds like an awful lot, but I don't really know how kind of ridiculous that sounds in terms of the game, but if we think about it this way, you know, on level 6 you can get 600 per little quest here, and apart from breeding dragons, everyone can realistically finish off or fully deplete every single one of the others. So, let's say that per refresh we're getting 3,000 of these. So we've got 6, 12, 18, 24, 3,000. So I'm just going to ignore the breed dragons completely. And basically what we can do to work out how many resets this is going to take is we just divide this grand total number by what I just said, basically. So for the fighting, which includes doing all of the fights, we have 32,767 is how much currency you need overall to do those. And then if we divide that by the 3,000 that we get per reset, then that's going to equal out at about 11 resets is what it takes for you to fully finish off the level 6. That's if you're doing the fights, which is just over 2 days. It's 2 days and, well, 2.5 days overall, because, you know, we get 4 resets per day, so that's 4, 8, 9, 10. Pretty simple. So, 2.5 days to do the final level actually really isn't that bad, and again, that is clearing out everything. But then if we go around, which, you know, nobody should just skip the fights in general because it's not worth it. Like, just go around stuff and just skip the single fight in the middle, which is taken into account here. So then for going around, it's 46,828, and then divide that by, again, 3,000, because that's how much I'm going to assume that everyone's getting. And then that is 15.6 resets. So let's call that 16 resets. So that is pretty much directly 4 days worth of resets. Because 4, 8, 12, 16. 4 lots of 4 is 16. So that is 4 days. 4 days to complete level 6 alone. Which, you know, considering that we are sitting at 4 days and 3 hours, for anyone that is currently about to enter level 6, it is possible to do it even if you do not have the metal element, but it is going to be tight for you, and you will not be getting the eyeball if you are not already on level 6, but if you're, like, pretty much halfway through level 6 like me, like, we'll probably take another 2 days to finish off this level, and then we'll be able to go back, and 2 days to do the other levels and get all the chests is, like, nothing, so realistically, we are... I thought that we were behind pace for some reason. I was getting really weirded out because I was like, I know I haven't missed out on any resets or anything. And I think I'm just, like, in panic mode because I don't want to miss out on stuff. So, that's pretty much the gist with level 6. Let's go and do some dungeon fights so that we can get dungeon tokens as well. But for anyone that was curious as to how much it costs on that level, there you go. Again, you can check the DML wiki, it does have that image file uploaded. And the thing that I showed, I don't remember if I mentioned, but it was actually posted, not by me, this wasn't made by me. This was, I think, on a Facebook group, but this is by Angie K. So, best thanks to Angie for putting this together, because this is actually super useful. I mean, it's just adding up all of the tile costs and then just working it out per path, but just being able to visualize it like that for people, super duper useful. And, you know, because DML is, like, getting close to 3 years old, you find less and less people willing to put out, like, little images and guides like that these days, so I'm happy whenever I see people do that. Like, there's someone on the Facebook groups and who sometimes comments on my Facebook page as well that makes little breeding guides or like little breeding tables, kind of like what the wiki does, but they add little pictures and make it a little bit more fun. So I appreciate stuff like that because, again, you know, you get the people that say DML is dead, DML is... no one cares about this game anymore. There are still lots of people that genuinely care about helping other people. So, you know, I'm really appreciative to anyone that does that. I mean, I used to make full level guides for the castle event as well. I think I did it in the first and second castle event. Recently I stopped, I don't remember. I think it was something really petty. Like, someone said something that annoyed me. Or, like, a couple of people did, and I was like, that's it, fine then. You don't appreciate the help I'm giving you, I just won't do the guide as a whole. Because I think they were saying something about, or just, like, saying that Gameloft was ripping everyone off and wouldn't accept that the events were super doable. Like, even if you don't have the required elements, and they were just, like, going off. So I was just like, fine then, no one gets a guide. Which, definitely don't act like me. But... you know, when we have resources out like the wiki and that, they normally have people that put the images in much quicker than I can, which is the only reason recently that I've stopped doing it, because it's like, why would I make my own guide that's probably gonna be, I don't know, not as widely seen, not as easy to access, when you've got the wiki that does it anyway, so... And so many people still do not use the DML wiki. It amazes me how many players ask me questions that are like on the front page of the wiki and stuff like that. It genuinely amazes me. I know that people are like that, don't get me wrong, but again, something that ended up happening yesterday just proved how little people can think for themselves, and it was a hilarious situation. But, rather than me going into specifics by what I mean by that, I'm just going to keep that as my own personal reference. Oh my god, yesterday I laughed a lot about what happened, but, you know, that is what it is. Anyway, let's open this chest here. We really should have gone back into our clan quest and accepted the other dungeon thing at the same time, because we had 2, I just remembered. But there we go, that's done, I'm going to reset that then. And score perfect hits in battle, we can't really do that. Collect food we can't do for another, like, 5 hours, because I just put the stuff in before I started recording, so that sucks. But, hey-ho, spaghetti-o. We do need to do a couple more fights still, so let's just go ahead do blue map fights. Again, like we always end up doing, super nice and simple, plus if we want to speed it up, this takes like 2 seconds. Actually so good. But I said with the whatsamahoo with the little guides that I just showed you, or the little like path costs, that we're assuming that everyone can get 3,000 per cycle. Oh my god, my voice! Stop making me need to cough. Feels like I have a build-up of like phlegm that is destroying my throat. But if you are struggling to fully deplete the other pools, again, that is everything apart from breeding dragons. You can do it. Anyone of any player level can do that. Again, I'm doing that on my Android account, so I know that it's possible. That's a level 37 account. So saying, I'm only level 60, this event is too hard, harumph, isn't true. Like, I can tell you that right now. That's just not true. So, really, if you are struggling with that, feel free to ask me in the comment section, because I don't really know what you're doing wrong until you sort of explain what you do in your game, because I show off how to do everything on video, so I assume that people understand what I'm doing. Plus, I do try and explain it, but, you know, if there is anything that you're not being able to deplete, just ask, because you don't want to, like, say you're on level 6 and you can't fully deplete all the pools for some reason. That's a big problem, because you need to finish it as quick as you can if you want to get the eyeball as well, which I definitely do. I want all 3 dragons out of this event without any worries at all, so that's just my thing. I don't know, but like I said, hit me up either on a DM or whatever. You can join the Discord and ask the question there. You can message me on Facebook. Whatever you want to do. Even some people even message me on Steam for some reason, which is super weird, but, you know, I mean, I'll take it, I guess. Because that's what I enjoy about playing games, honestly. It's not about what I do in games, it's about helping other people, like, understand how to do the things that I do in games. Like, so many people complain about solo events, and it is purely because of the fact that they just don't understand the best ways to do things. So that's why all of these guides, tiers, and like tier guides and stuff like that that people put out, go and look at them. Don't just complain that you don't know how to do it when there's so many resources out there, and you have me that is literally gonna handhold through the entire event for you. Because when have I not done a video on a DML event? Never! Never in my life. And normally I end up doing like level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4, and I go through like the whole thing. So, you know, just feel free to leave a comment if you have any questions regarding any of the events. I'll try my best to help you out in that regard. Again, you've got 4 days, 3 hours. So if you're about to enter level 6, it is possible to do it. So do not lose hope quite yet, but you cannot miss a reset. I just want to reiterate, you cannot miss a reset if you want to do that. But anyway, for now, thanks a lot for watching. And again, thank you, Angie. But until next time, I will see you then.